All right, ladies, so the first thing that we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about the difference between the chipping motion and the pitching motion. One of the first things I like to think about when I get around the green is where is my ball in relation to the hole, and what do I have in between me and the hole? Do I have a lot of green? Do I have some rough, some fringe? And what I like to do is I like to think about if I hit a ball and I wanted to throw it to my target. So let's say we're going to hole number 5 here. How would I get this ball as close as possible to hole number 5? Would I throw it really high and try and land it soft? Or am I going to try and roll something a little lower and let it roll like a putt will? So that's the first thing I like to think about. And that will determine to me what club I want. We'll talk a little bit about the technique and the difference between the two, but that's the first thing I'm looking at is do I want to hit a high shot or a low shot? When we're talking more about a low shot, we're talking about the chipping motion. And so I'm not going to talk about the clubs yet, okay? Just first kind of the motion. So when we're talking about a chipping motion, I like my feet closer together, okay? So the way I like to think about it, the bigger the swing, the bigger the stance. When we take a really small swing, we don't need a really wide base, okay, to keep our balance. So the first thing I'm going to do for a chipping motion is get my feet really close together, okay? I'm going to choke down on that club. That'll give me more control of this club. The shorter the club is, the more control I have. This isn't a shot where I'm worried about getting a lot of power. So I'm going to choke down, I'm going to get my feet close together, and the absolute key, remember nothing else, is where is my weight? My weight is on my front foot. That's going to allow me to get down on the golf ball, okay? And the trick is, we can't just start with our weight forward. It has to stay there the whole time. If I keep my weight forward and then fall back on my back foot, that defeats the purpose, okay? So we want to keep that weight forward to allow us to hit down on the golf ball. If I were to keep my weight back, here's the most common mistake for amateurs. Keep that weight back and do one of those, and guess what? We're on the other side of the green, we're still chipping. Okay? So I'm going to get my feet close together, I'm choking down on the club, weights forward, and I'm going to just take a small brush stroke. Low to low is what I like to think about. Low backswing, low follow through. Can anyone see here which part of the swing is bigger, the backswing or the through swing?
Back. It looks like the same.
Backswing. Backswing. Backswing is bigger than the through swing in the pitching and chipping motion. Okay? Low to low. And I kept that weight forward, which allowed me to hit down and take a little dip. And here, I'm using a 50-degree wedge. Okay? I can hit a chip shot with any club. It's the motion that defines it as a chip shot. I can also, for a longer shot, I can take an 8-iron and do the same thing, low to low. I made the exact same stroke, but that one went further. Okay?